Oh yes, we're back to it. The smooth transition away from topics we will not speak of and into the most wonderful and most... I'm muted.
You...
As always, I mute myself on at least one application on this computer.
I noticed you're talking, and I was like...
I sit there tapping my headset the entire time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
hello, is anybody there?
Oh well, thank you, Noodle, for alerting me. Anyways, hi, this is us at Mouseguard, the Eastern Merchants, on the forefront. And as usual, we're back to it, doing some mouse things. If you don't know, we're playing Mouseguard, this fantastic, lovely little game in which we drop into the comics of Mouseguard, the world that's set in, where mice are mice and every other animal is an animal, and it tries to make very bad things happen.
Each other.
Oh! Oh, gracious. Oh, I'm being hosted, but I don't know who because my alert box is way, way down. Oopsie. Let me get that up. So
It's a me.
to you. Oh my gosh. Friends help each other. Okay, there we go. And we're doing wonderful things. Particularly the player session, which is going to be our end of spring session, which is this lovely little mechanic in Mouseguard where basically how Mouseguard usually works is we all jump into one session, and there's a patrol, and that patrol goes through a hardship. They hunt for predators, they blaze new trails into the wilderness, they find food, they help and rescue mice who are not prepared for such things, and sometimes we get our arms chewed off by a fox. But right now, we're going to take a moment to sort of get some respite from all that, and just enjoy each other's lovely company. So let's do a little brief recap on everything. This is sort of your guys' chance to tell me where your characters started at, and what's happening to them right now. I wonder... Okay, so first tell me where you guys are. You guys can all just sort of tell me. What is Tapper's Point, and what is the mission that you were sent on? Every single one of you. If you want to chime in. This is sort of like just a round table prologue, I guess.
So I believe that Ellie and her sister, and then Pepperjack, who of course is not here, you might see him on the street. But so their band was basically sent to Tapper's Point to help fortify it into, I believe it was a more bigger outpost / community type thing, if I remember correctly. And we had to do different kind of tasks to get there was crows on our side, get a weasel on our side, basically to get all the wildlife, and the wild, there's wild mice in there too, so basically we're just our mission is to try and fortify Tapper's Point and make it into a community / outpost thing as much as possible.
We got to talk to crows, and we did toad mating calls.
Yeah. And I remember last time,
Proudest
specifically,
moment.
we fought a fox, and we won, kind of, sort of.
I was not there.
We chased it off. Pepperjack lost an arm.
Yep. We had our first major compromise. And you guys learned what happens when your opponent puts life and limb on the line. Quite literally.
All the ones, no.
it was a Pyrrhic victory.
It was.
It was fantastic.
Also, Tilly was with us.
Tilly,
at the very beginning.
Tilly was.
Tilly, I think you were one of the first ones to get into Tapper's Point. Yeah.
We have a wee little.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah, you're the smallest and the youngest, I think, out of the entire batch. My goodness.
I love it.
Yep.
Yep. So at this point, Ellie, she's been kind of keeping watch over Pepperjack to make sure that he's okay. She hasn't really left his side since that happened. But when she has, it's been to go to the science area / room / I don't know. to chat with Iranos because she wants to make a bionic arm for Pepperjack.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have like one major check for either of you. You can use one check to do something that sort of represents what you're doing as Tapper's Point sort of steps away from missions and starts to just let its people rest, let its loyal and hardworking guards mice recover from some terrible things that might have happened during spring, as well as a few other things. So this is going to be a scientist check, no doubt.
Okay.
Let me actually get something really quick. I'm going to need to make a bookmark really quick because I cannot.
Okay.
I do not want to lose my place.
So
Okay.
what am I? I know I'm rolling scientist, but
It'll definitely have to be scientist, and
Yeah,
it's
so
going to be
right.
difficult. It's going to be very difficult.
I was about to say, bionic arm is a big deal.
It's now.
Yeah.
This is still Mouseguard. They haven't discovered how to make bionic arms. At the most, you'll be able to make a prosthetic limb. I will
Okay.
say.
A pirate hook.
which is fine.
Same.
I mean, that's the one thing that I want to.
Okay.
I want to give him. I'm gonna give him something. You know.
And I'm just imagining him with like a twig. Like, this is what I have.
Don't say that.
So
it's
it's-
horrible.
It seems this will at least be an obstacle 5 check, I think.
Okay, so my scientist is at a 2 right now.
Yeah, because wouldn't this be engineering?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So this will definitely be obstacle 5.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
especially
I-
if you want to do something that has like a
Okay,
grip setting
so
or like
scientist is
different
2.
A
configuration.
grip setting, yeah.
I also have. Could I use possibly fiery?
Fiery,
Help me?
yes. You could use fiery.
Because she's deterred. Like she is like ready to go.
Yeah,
She's
Yurianos,
like, I'm gonna-
who is the sort of the innovator of Tapper's Point in terms of engineering and chemistry, is very eager to take this opportunity.
he's
So
gonna
he
help me.
will assist you with helping dice.
Sweet. Okay.
Would
Anybody else?
Amberwind be able to help with armor because it's a worn item?
That's really smart. Yes. Yes. Very
Anything else?
smart.
Can Tilly help with labor or something?
How are you going to help with labor?
She could help like me get
Like
the,
gathering materials,
yeah.
being the gopher, being like, hey, I need this, so she goes get that.
Labor is such a cheap helping skill. I will allow this.
Anybody else?
Ida, can you help your sister?
Probably. I haven't even got my character sheet out yet. Sorry.
Come on, sis.
Old Blue, do you have anything in your pirate ship that
I
you
don't know if
built?
Old Blue would have anything that can help with this particular, but I can't help but imagine a Lego arm.
Oh my.
Just a Lego
What?
man arm.
You know, you haven't done a procedure this complex. Usually, you just stick a stick a stick in it.
The only thing I have that might help is healer, so I can just kind of make sure they don't make it pokey and stabby and like it's gonna hurt. And pinch nerves
That
and
makes
stuff.
sense. If it's
He's
it is
definitely
technically for a
like
medical reason.
hasn't healed exactly. So maybe you know like what sort of measurements you'll have to make in order to like make sure it's the same length and whatnot. And various other things to make sure that it'll strap on correctly and not like, you know, open the wound back up. So yeah, you can add that. So 7
Okay.
dice. You
I'm going to try to use Archivist.
Archivist.
Yes, because I probably know a little bit about the mouse body and how different muscles and like tendons and stuff works because, you know, I got that knowledge in books and stuff because I'm a librarian.
That's interesting. So
You read those anatomy treatises.
this
And
is
there might be a chance that somebody else had written a book that she's read that somebody's tried something similar and they've ended up writing out notes.
Exactly.
Does that work?
we'll have to assume that you've come across this at some point. Go ahead and add helping dice. How many dice do you have now?
8.
8? I need 5 successes. So, go ahead
Okay.
and give us a roll. And I think I'll go ahead and try to screen capture that little spot so we can see the result. Boop. All right.
Hold on.
Alrighty. Roll whenever you're ready.
Here we go. Oh,
3 successes.
can I spend
Oh wow. What's your wise?
Predator?
Predator? I don't think so.
Can I spend hold on. Can I spend Persona or Fates?
Unfortunately not, because your wise doesn't relate to building a prosthetic. So
Okay.
I actually don't think there's anything you can do to make
Of
this
course.
roll turn around
Just
for
my
you.
luck.
So here's what I can try to do. It would be really mean to give Pepperjack the injured condition again.
Please don't.
I won't.
No!
You made me cry on stream
So here's
last
the
time. That is not
problem.
fair.
Here's the problem. All of you helped with this. This is a community effort. This is literally a community effort. All of you helped with this, so all of you have to live with the consequences somehow.
Can I propose I get the tired condition instead?
Well, no, because you're not the only one that'll suffer. Everybody else is putting their efforts into this. So what I think is
Okay.
going to happen is all of you are tired.
Okay.
Every single one of you.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
I was already tired, so
if you're tired,
I mean it would have made that roll even
then
worse.
maybe I
so-
should make
So we're not
you.
angry.
Are you hungry and thirsty?
I was just about to say I can be hungry and thirsty. and
You
tired.
can be hungry and thirsty. Who else has tired?
Oh, do you want me to?
I just got rid of it last session I played.
Do you want me to? So I'm hungry, thirsty, and tired.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Does anybody else have trouble with the tired condition? Or are we at a agreement? You guys will make the prosthetic, but everybody is tired, and Ellie is hungry and thirsty and tired.
I don't care. Like she's
Sounds good.
she's in scientist mode, which
Ellie
means
was
she
determined.
she can literally go for like a
Gibbs.
week without like food or water. Like she will go. Like, she is so
That's
determined.
what happens. That's what happens. You go several nights worth without sleep, as well as
Yeah.
skipping meals because you're working on this thing.
Yeah.
Urianos also quipping in with various designs.
Yeah.
Sort of waiting until that's the hardest thing, because you can't really fit them onto Pepperjack because he's still recovering. And you don't want to open his wound up. But
Right.
yeah, that's all you can do right now.
Yeah. So, like, she's like
Gibbs.
slaving.
Gosh darn, you don't
Gibbs!
need to. Pepperjack has been like a little celebrity, the town hero in a way, because he quite literally
He's with us in
He took one for the
spirit,
team.
he took an arm for the team.
But
He's
really,
alive.
though.
He
But
is
really, though.
being fitted for a prosthetic arm, thanks to Ellie's efforts. She failed that roll, so everybody got conditions. I did get Gibbs, because I love you.
Gibbs.
I got different like, noises because you seem to donate a lot, so I wanted to give you good noises. But don't try them out now. I'll play them for you later. Gosh darn.
Yes, save your money.
Save your money.
I swear to God, Gibbs.
This is
Swear
the
to God.
player session. There isn't like any danger. There's not supposed to be danger. So it's fine.
I also, I just realized it sounded like, oh no, don't save your money. Donate because it's awesome and this channel is awesome. However, last time I talked to you, you didn't have a lot of money in your bank account.
Yes.
Okay,
So don't.
Sorry.
Stop it.
But yeah,
Stop it.
you seriously did save Pepperjack and the gang last time. Like the community pothole for dice is like flowing. It is massive. Thank you very much. So we got Ellie's check out of the way. Does anybody else there are other things we'll do for the spring session. But does anybody else have a role that they immediately want to do?
During the last session, I'm guessing that Ida has been very, very hard at work getting all of her scrolls and all of her books organized. I want Ida to be struck with the inspiration of coming up with a system to organize
Oh no.
these scrolls and these books.
Oh no.
Yes. So these are going to be numbers. They're going to be
Noodle.
organized by numbers. And each number is going to correspond with a certain subject.
The Edadecimal system.
Yes.
And what's ah?
The Edadecimal system.
And what's worse is you guys did get into an agreement with a certain Captain Dendel,
Yes.
and he's promised to hook you up with some tasty,
yes.
tasty scrolls.
Yes.
Sounds like an archivist or an administrator check. In fact, it sounds like these two can be sort of interchanged. So you could start learning the skill administrator, or you could try to put more points into archivist.
I was about to say, I probably should start putting more points into archivist.
Okay. So for archivist, this is a heavy task because you're starting with nothing.
Oh, do I get a fail for that, by the way?
You do.
No, that's good. That helps you level up.
Yeah.
It helps you
Oh,
grow.
I mean, yes. Sorry.
That's the wrong
So-
thing.
Oh man.
Well, I have 2 fails on that. That's cool.
I was about to say, I've got 2 fails on archivist.
I think this is gonna be obstacle 4.
Okay. So I've
Can
got-
Amber assist her with labor because she can point where she needs something to go, and Amber can go and do it.
Labor is such a perfect skill. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Big piles of books.
I have
Amber
archivist
win.
too. Can I help with that?
Yes, most certainly.
Cool.
Amber wins the jack of all trades.
They make that 3.
Okay, and also one of my traits, inquisitive. Can I use that as well?
Yes, this is a dazzling new system of
So
cataloging.
excited. Gonna rule with my staff of
I'm ready for this.
organizational righteousness. It's gonna be lovely. I'm actually kind of like fired up about this in real life because the library I work at does not go by the Dewey Decimal System. It's the Dewey Light System.
What?
Which is so
Oh, no.
stupid. It's like a bookstore.
What?
So they have different sections in the nonfiction. So it's like animals.
That's
arts.
like getting plain cream cheese, but they get you the 0-calorie cream cheese.
Yes, especially because the Dewey Decimal System, it's categories, rich. Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
She's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm calm.
I'm just gonna snap one day at work and I'm gonna like stay overnight and reorganize everything. It's gonna happen.
Well,
Anyway.
you can at least do it through the power of Mouse Guard.
Thank you, I appreciate you. This
Obstacle
is why we
4.
role play.
This is difficult though. Obstacle 4 is not easy.
Yeah.
So go ahead, and you'll be able to get some space to do this as well. Guys, Tapper's Point is growing. It is expanding into different rooms and
Okay.
hovels.
And stuff.
Do you want to use any persona for this?
Maybe. And that just gives me my. Wait, no. Does that lower my nature? Is that what it does?
No. You can just use 1 persona point for 1 dice.
Oh, hex yes.
Heck,
So I got 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So that makes my persona 7, and that makes the dice I'm rolling 7. Okay, I can do this.
Get it. Get the.
Where'd my dice thingy go? There's my dice
Oh
thingy.
no.
Get your dice thingy.
I'm sorry, this is taking a lot longer than I was planning on it taking.
It's okay.
I love you all that are watching. You're so
It's-
patient.
Yes.
I mean,
we love them
this
all.
is.
We love all.
Oh, did you do
1,
it?
2, 3.
You're gonna have to use a fate point.
I'm gonna have to use a fate point.
Yeah,
I
you
need
just
to do
need
this.
1 more, and then that Dewey Decimal is in your clutches.
You rolled
I know.
it wrong, didn't you?
I did, but it's still the same. It's
Yeah.
6, 3,
I was about to
5.
say, wait a minute. Like
Yeah.
27. What?
So I get to re-roll all of the fails?
No, only
Or
the
it's-
6s.
The 6s.
So that's
Oh,
2.
okay, so I got 2.
So you have what? How many?
3. She needs 1
Come on,
more.
come on, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yay!
All right. So, as
Yes!
your sister, once your sister has been sated with the prosthetic arm experiment, you cloister yourself away. Amberwind joins you, and Ellie does visit as well, just to give some pointers and do some laboristic activities.
He helps me move the big stacks of books. I've got weak little mouse arms.
Yeah, you guys have been getting shipments between Port Sumac and other things, so you move along, and as you do this, you also begin to realize just how cozy this little carved out piece of Tapper's Point is that you have. It's sort of off from the main courtyard, and it's a bit deeper into the tree. You're starting to actually go around the curve of the trunk where you are, so it's actually very nice, and you get the feeling that you have the same sense of pride that Quincy does in his new office that he just received. This, though, this is yours. This is your domain.
Yes.
Ugh.
Everything's so organized.
Isn't it, though? My goodness.
It's labeled and it's in the right place.
It's perfect.
She's like in her element. She's like, oh.
Oh, yes. And from there, is there anybody else at this moment who is ready to announce a check of some sort?
So
What was that?
I can't do any more checks, I'm assuming?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Tilly would like to do a thing because she noticed in the aftermath of the Pepperjack incident that Tapper's Point is lacking in the medical department. And so she has this idea that, hey, what if we got all the medical supplies we could ever possibly need for a crisis situation and get them all in one room and have like beds and stuff. And so basically Tilly wants to set up some sort of like medical crisis center in Tapper's Point that will give like +1d to healers checks that are done within Tapper's Point.
Like an ER.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like, is that doable?
Even though Ellie
Yes.
doesn't want to leave Pepperjack's side, she feels like she should so she can learn more medical stuff.
Okay,
Amber will
so
join in there because he wants to learn healer also.
oh yeah, so you're going to be doing something that is. So here's what I think. I think Abby, Edith's efforts will give players like a +1d when they make archivist checks within Tapper's Point. Because, so now I think you guys are actually building mechanical benefits into Tapper's Point. This wasn't the direction I was expecting, but I'm very, very proud of it. So, this is going to be for healers checks. So go ahead, and what I think will have to happen is you're making a healer check, right?
I believe so. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. You... Ooh.
It seems like the sort of thing that could either be an administrator or a healer check, but...
This sounds like administrator, sadly. Because...
Okay.
Because unfortunately healer is more about like in the field of doing medicine. I don't think it would be the field of creating a hospital.
Well, could I beginner's luck it?
Yes, you could beginner's luck administrator. However, this is a heavy task, so what I would recommend is trying to get as many helping dice as you can, as well as, oh my goodness, you might have to use some community points or some of your own persona points for this.
Use all the persona
Can I tap my nature? Because I have like a bajillion nature. I can afford to lose some of the nature points.
Sure thing. Go right ahead.
Alright.
Let's see, administrator.
What kind of point do you have to spend to tap nature? I forget. Is it persona?
Persona, you're correct.
Persona. Okay.
Oh my god, this might be obstacle 6.
That's not
Sounds about right.
That's not too bad. I was expecting it to be worse.
It might have been worse. It's still Tapper's Point. If Tapper's Point was bigger, it would definitely be a big problem. But for now, it's obstacle 6.
Okay, so beginner's luck is half your will.
Yes.
Okay.
For the purpose
So does that
of
round
this
up or
test.
down? Because
Up.
okay. Okay, so 2 plus 5 because she's tapping nature plus any helping dice
Oh yeah.
that people want.
Could I possibly use scientists on this? Because the thing is like, you know, Ellie would have, you know, have experimented with, I feel like, with some of the, like, medical stuff. Like, to try and, you know, like, learn while she was learning. Because she has,
You experimented?
well, she has 2 passes on her healer now. So, like, she, like, experimented to figure out which, like, stuff, like, which concoctions would, like, heal and which ones would cause, like, you know, like, oozes and stuff. Like,
Everybody has an experimental phase every now and again.
Spurstuck,
with-
as I have learned in many different playthroughs, is a wondrous place.
I love
And-
Spruce Tuck.
and the thing is that, you know, Ellie is the one that where her experimental phase never ends.
Well, let's do that then.
Classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will allow this. Scientist will be used to help because you categorize things, so you
Mhm.
probably will be able to help with that.
And like
endeavor.
Ellie will be like, "Oh, I've seen that before, but I'm not sure if that would be great with, you know, this other thing over here. But maybe you can try it."
Let's keep the chloroform next to the bandages.
There you go.
Since Since we're establishing an ER, I imagine labor can be used. Amber has one pass
Definitely, I
on
would
healer,
imagine.
so I don't think that that's going to help. Because his healer's at 0 right now with one pass.
4 is just.
I love the laborer. Go ahead. All right. At least you're
Axel!
being like open about like, you know, laborer just would be more useful than this other skill. It's just
Because Amber
that
knows
Amber
how
wouldn't-
important is it, can he throw in his determined?
You could be determined, but it would not have a mechanical benefit.
It would not assist. Okay.
No, only
Yeah,
yourself.
traits help yourself. Traits help yourself, not other people.
But
Figured I should ask.
yeah, but that labor, it helps. Being there to sort of like move stuff, especially as she's trying to get it set up. Yeah, she's the one directing the operation.
Could Pepperjack help?
He's your first patient.
With one arm. He's sitting there pushing
Help
on
with
it.
administrator or something?
Right.
Actually,
He could be
yeah.
supervisor.
Actually, wait. I think Pepperjack can help because he came in
Really?
when he needed an ER situation. He needed an ER when he got here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
he
could
did.
promote, yeah.
so
He
you
totally-
yeah. Let's do that.
So wait, what
He can help with persuader or something.
Wait,
I was gonna wait. I can do something else. It's fine.
What are you gonna do?
I was gonna use persuader because this is gonna take up a big chunk of space. So we
Yeah,
need to persuade. Yeah.
So here's what I think that
There you
will do. Ida will be talking to old Barnaby and Guard Captain Arabelle about this.
Okay.
Because I do not like Quincy right now. We're gonna have words.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
you've been saying that for the past like 2 episodes, like for real.
Oh yes.
I can't wait to see what
Oh
happens.
man.
You and Quincy
The
are gonna
epic
show
showdown.
It's gonna be great.
Alrighty, how many dice do you have?
I currently have 11, taking
Wait,
into account
so-
all of the helping dice.
So wait, so is so like is Pepperjack helping then?
He is.
Sorry, I couldn't. With what?
I would say poison-wise, but really just his situation is helping dice because he needed
Okay, so-
the setup that you are making right now. So that
Okay.
whole situation I'm saying is going to be helping dice.
He was literally the reason why this started.
So the fact that he got injured is his helping dice.
Yes, because Tapper's Point hasn't had horrible things like that happen.
He's the reason the ER had to be established in the first place.
Yes.
This is true.
He was
is the
patient
reason-
zero.
He was
Yes,
patient
he is-
zero.
He's patient 0. He's the reason we are. He approves, by the way. 'cause-
Can...
Say hi.
Hello!
Say hi.
Hi, Vincent.
Hey, buddy.
So for all those people out there, Vince is currently computerless, so I am FaceTiming him, so we kind of know what's going on.
But yeah, go ahead and roll obstacle 6.
Can Tilly use her rational trait to help? Because, like, she's being very pragmatic in this case.
I'd say so. I accept
Okay,
this.
that brings that up to 12 dice.
Is that enough?
Well, it's double the obstacle, so let's see if that works.
Oh lord.
Let's go. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Hang on.
Reroll, reroll,
Hang on.
reroll,
Uh-huh.
reroll.
She's
So
thinking.
I have
You have.
old ways wise.
As always, old
As
ways
always.
wise. Somehow.
So, like, I figure that Tilly, coming from a, like, backwoods wild mouse family, has probably seen disasters happen and has seen Grandma Biddy handle it in the past. And perhaps she could use that knowledge of, oh, how did Granny always go about it when something horrible happened and somebody got their tail chopped off or something? And use that to be like, okay, how should this place be set up? What sort of materials did she always have on hand?
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I will let you use that lovely story to re-roll all of your failed dice with a persona point. But
Yay.
Okay.
but
Uh-oh. There's a catch.
Grandma Biddy has to be your enemy.
Oh.
Why would you do
That is actually not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, because you didn't like her from the start, right?
No, she's like a backstory character. She's never come up.
Oh, Grandma Biddy. Now she's gonna come up.
You right?
Now she's gonna come up and she's gonna be evil, and I'm gonna be okay with that. Let's see. Hang on. Let me take down another persona point.
Watch.
And that is how
It's
many?
gonna happen.
How many am I re-rolling?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, you failed so many. 2,
Wait, if you had 11 dice and you passed 3.
9.
Wait, she's rerolling 9? Oh my god,
Okay.
okay.
Hey!
Alright.
Evil Granny for the win!
I'm just gonna slide in your DMs.
It's a wonderful day today. I made a deal with the devil, and her name was Grandma Biddy. What sort of
I made an
woman?
enemy today.
What sort of mouse is Grandma
Oh
Biddy?
god, it's coming up already, isn't it?
Oh lord, why? Why is it already coming up?
No, it's not. Just tell me what sort of mouse she is.
You're evil. Let's see. I'm gonna declare that she is short, like Tilly. She was a red fur when she was younger, but now it's like red and pepper. Cayenne pepper and actual pepper. There's a lot of gray sprinkled in there just with age. And she is small but has a towering presence and is dressed in this threadbare shawl like some sort of Scottish Highlander figure. And like has a weird little like pouch around her neck that has these strange symbols embroidered into it, and perpetually looks like she just walked in out of a hurricane and blames you for it.
Okay. We're moving on.
The most intimidating mouse of all.
Yeah.
Grandma Biddy.
Putting this ER together in Tapper's Point is a tiring effort, but you succeed. But you feel that that telltale trickle of fear down your spine at the long memories of Grandma Biddy. And you can't help but feel. You see the signs everywhere. You see them here and there, and you know She's still alive.
She's coming. It's Grandma Biddy.
She's coming. You don't know when or how.
I'm just expecting the freaking
Excellent.
horror movie music to begin in the background anytime Grandma Biddy's even remotely in the area.
Like the Jaws theme.
Every now and again, Tilly will just get like a lost look in her eye and stare out in space, getting flashes of Grandma Biddy.
I
The
need.
Vietnam flashback. Beautiful. Excellent.
All right, but for now, we still have. Is everybody here, by the way? Just wanted to make sure because I think what we'll do, unless somebody else has a critical role that. Whoa! Oh, who? I thought somebody joined.
Oh,
Sorry.
No. Oh, it's fine. I think
Yeah.
we're good.
whoever it was disappeared instantly.
My
It
Zoom
disappeared
thing-
instantly, but that's fine.
Ooh.
my Zoom thing completely like froze.
Oh
I
gosh,
do
yeah,
have
you might be
something.
back. You might be back.
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
It was bad. I
It
froze
said that my
so
internet-
hard.
It said my internet connection was unstable and all of a sudden
Yeah.
went red.
So actually,
Yeah, and then everything like froze for me.
yeah, your cam's gone, but I can bring it back up in just a moment.
I'm fine. Like I'm back now, so
Oh no, but your cam's gone. So I'll have to get the
Weird.
cam back in just a moment.
okay. I was gonna say it was weird. I've never had that happen before.
Before. So here's what else we need to do. Everybody who's here, you get to choose 3 advancement tests for your skills. They're free. You can make them passes or you can make them fails. Doesn't matter which. But everybody is going to get 3 skills that you're going to practice. However, one has to be
Okay.
a patrol skill. That is any skill that is listed on your character sheet and you did not type in as a custom thing. That's stuff like fighter, stuff like scout, stuff like weather watcher, survivalist. You can practice any one of
Healer?
those. Healer, even. Yeah, anyone that's like permanently on your sheet. You can't delete it. You get to practice a non-patrol skill, one that is not on your list. And it also
Sweet.
says you could. It does allow you to get either a new wise or a skill that you don't have.
So is this for each of us individually or everyone?
It's for everyone.
So we
Heck
each
yeah.
get a choice of 3 of those, or does the
No,
wise
you get
take
you get all 3,
You get-
but they
you get all
have to be
3.
those 3.
Heck yeah! I already know 2 of the 3 I'm gonna do.
So we all get 1 new skill, 1 new wise, and 3 checks? Or no?
No,
No,
I
you
didn't
get-
think
to
that's-
do- so
you
you
get
get
one
to do a
patrol
fi-
skill, and that's
Yeah.
the skills that are already written down. You get a non-patrol skill, which is like something that has was added at the bottom, or you get to practice a skill you don't have or are currently learning, or you get to choose a new wise on the last skill / wise. You can only have a maximum of 4 wises.
Okay.
So
I
that's
think I'm good. I think I almost went again, but I think I'm okay.
So what I think I'm misunderstanding is if we
Yeah,
choose
I
the
almost
wise,
froze
we don't
again,
get
but I
any
think
other
I'm
stuff.
Yeah, if you oh wait, hold on.
Are you using the winter session rules, or are you modifying them?
I'm using winter session rules. Okay, so
Winter session rules is you get 3 and a new wise. Like winter session is pretty
okay,
OP.
and a new wise. Okay, I misread
Yeah.
it. I misread it. So yeah, you would get a new wise. You get you get basically everything I said. So sorry for confusion.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You get everything I just said. You get the 3 skill advancements,
Yeah.
and then you get the wise.
Oh, we get a
cool.
wise too?
Yeah,
Yeah, based on your adventures over this past campaign.
yeah.
Oh.
So it has to be like something that's somehow inspired by stuff you learned.
I mean, I'm already predator wise because I was thinking I could do like the fox wise, but
Is there like a list of wises, or is that just kind of
yeah.
It's sort of a general
Okay.
knowledge. You can make it like as specific as you want, but oh my goodness. but there is like a sample example list back in the quiz that you filled out. There would be some wises there for you. I'm gonna try to fix the Zoom channel because we still can't see Ida
I'm a ghost.
or Ellie. You're a ghost. Let's see, which one are you?
Helper wise. Anytime somebody
Not
needs help.
acceptable. Alright, so while they are doing that, please ignore what is happening on screen because we're gonna have lots and lots of faces popping up.
Pay no attention to the faces on the screen.
Please don't.
Okay. And to level up something, we need a number of passes and failures equal to our nature.
Yes, you can make this
Correct.
pass or fail.
So
Yeah, and to level up, you need as many passes as the current level of that skill, and as many failures as your current level -1.
So I kind of want to do for my patrol one. I want to do healer.
Sweet.
How do I do that?
You just do it. You can mark a pass or a fail for that.
We'll mark a pass. Well, no, I'm actually gonna mark a fail because I have 2 passes already.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, don't forget, you guys do have to fail in order to level up the skill.
And then I'm going to level up scientist, which is one of my ones that I added in.
Okay.
That's gonna be passed because I already had 2 fails on that.
Sweet.
And then what was the third one?
You have to pass in a skill that you're either learning or start learning a new skill.
Oh, well then I can just pass in scientist again.
Sweet.
Okay, so,
So
that
for-
one's equal. Do we get a wise too?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what's the list. Do you know?
It's just whatever, like.
It can be anything you want. There is like a list in that quiz I had you guys take a long time ago, but it literally can be almost anything your heart wants.
Like helper wise.
No.
Yeah, as long as it's like based on your experiences over like the games that you've played this past campaign.
Yeah, because it sort of like tries to, guide you as saying like, oh, you write a report to Gwendolyn talking about your report on your missions.
Could I be fighter wise? Is that a thing?
You could possibly be like a particular weapon wise, but you can't just be fighter wise because that's a very broad sort of.
There's a list in the chat.
Oh, nice.
And there's also the question of like when did you develop this wisdom over the course of your
So
adventure?
you would have to tell us like when your character started to really know the ins and outs of this particular subject.
You guys can go ahead and go. I'll come back to me because I need to.
Yeah,
read
that
this.
wise list is huge.
Yes, I need to read this wise list.
I could try mine as an example because I have an idea for one.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, Tilly, I'm going for like a healer build with this character, and Tilly over this past campaign has treated various broken bones, has saved old Bernard from dying after he fell out of a tree, and has helped Pepperjack pull through after he got his arm bitten off by a fox. So could Tilly have a like trauma-wise or a medical crisis-wise or something like that?
I like trauma-wise.
Okay, trauma-wise it shall be.
Nice.
What specific skill is like being able to talk to other animals? It's not. Is it lore mouse or
It
can that be a
is
wise? That's
lore
mouse.
mouse.
Okay.
But you can make a wise about an animal, a specific one.
So it has to be a specific animal.
No. Lore mouse can be. Lore mouse is a skill that is used to communicate. But you could go one further and say, I also have a wise that is this specific animal.
Okay.
I think with mine, I'm actually gonna do scent border wise, because all throughout this entire time, Ellie has been scientifically like doing experiments, like saying that she wants you know, she wanted to create something for the Sand Porter to begin with. Like, that was her very first mission. And, you know, all throughout this, she has done countless things to, like, try and, like, improve the Sand Porter. So I think that would be her next wise. Would that work?
I think that's really good. And that's going to be very helpful, considering summer is all about...
Yeah.
We're expanding. This is the time for Tapper's Point to become like a settlement, so that's going to be very useful in the coming season.
Okay.
Bird-wise?
Wait,
You can
wait,
Bird-wise.
Bird-wise?
Because throughout, not only am I very good at talking to all animals, but I've very successfully made a deal with the bluebird, whatever.
Oh my god!
She has a thing with the corvids, man.
Yeah.
Both crows and blue jays. Like, if it's a corvid, it's Edda's territory.
It returns.
Because with the remember the that's such a lovely yeah, that was the thing that happened.
Children.
Yes.
And the whales.
Is it a bird song that was that movie?
Wow.
Where?
So bird-wise, is that a thing?
Corvid-wise was a good one.
Corvid, I like that better. That sounds better.
What is it?
Corvid-wise, which is a bird.
Bird.
Yeah, it's a type of bird. It's got.
Corvid is specific to crows, ravens, other blackbirds.
Oh, well, okay then.
I think it's specific enough, but also broad enough.
Because it encompasses a lot of bird species.
Yeah. So do I have to? Yeah.
So you would be able to mark a pass or a fail for Loremouse, and then you would also be able to put Corvid-wise, pardon me, in your wises.
Perfect.
If it's a bird and it's intelligent and it's also a jackass, get Edda to talk to it.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Alright, Amberwind and Old Blue, what have you got?
You want to go first, Blue?
Alright, sure. Well, first thing I did was I marked another failure in Weather Watcher, which gives me 2 of each.
Nice.
Then I marked a pass in Boatcrafter, which actually gives me 2 passes in Boatcrafter and 1 fail, which my current is 2. So does that level it out?
What was that again?
My current passes is fail, or is 2, which is what the stat is, and then my fails is 1. So does that level it up then?
I actually think it might, yeah. So it
And
goes
then
to
I
3.
The training went into a fail in Loremouse,
Ooh, could do
because I was
that.
already learning that. So.
Yeah, you could do that.
When you're done with that, before I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
And as for my whys, I'm looking about at a few things. The obvious one would be sailor wise, but that might be a little too on the nose.
It would be right on the nose, actually. That's a profession. You could, in fact, take a wise in a particular profession.
Let's say they even have a port town, so it's not like.
Right.
And there is a coast north of Tapper's Point.
I go for it.
It's really up to you, unless you have a better idea on what Old Blue is wise about that he learned during his time in Tapper's Point.
Water-wise. Any type of water, no matter where it is. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's raining. Literally 5 seconds later, it starts to rain. How did
It's
you
in with the
know?
water.
I was looking at a list of wises, but it's for Burning Wheel, and I was like, no, these are too vague. Like, work-wise is so easy to break.
Oh, that's
Oh, no.
disgusting!
I love
Oh,
that
that
so
is-
much.
That is so good, though.
Almost
That
as
is
good as
so
helper-wise.
Yeah, I like helper-wise, yeah. Mor's like, no.
No.
What I was actually thinking is maybe something like training-wise. Trying to raise the next generation to get better at things and learn how to do it right.
Ooh, that would pair well with the instructor skill. Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
that
yeah.
would
I
work,
don't actually
yeah.
have the instructor skill.
Yeah.
You could start learning that, maybe.
Yeah, man.
That's really up to you. You could either take Blue in the sailor path, or you could take him in the I'm old, but wise path.
Why not both?
Right?
Old fart wise.
Actually,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
Old fart
Yeah.
wise. You can
That's
use
all.
your
That's
old
also
farts to shoot
a good
people.
wording for it. I approve. It's just as good as laborer.
What?
Because then he can just talk shit and somehow it helps you.
Of course. Like with real old people.
At least that's how they think.
Yes. Because they're old. You can get away with a lot of stuff. You can get away
Exactly.
with saying a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
Exactly.
just old. They don't know any better. They were raised in a different time.
It's okay when he says racist stuff. He's old.
Exactly.
Oh no.
I didn't
Blue.
mean for it to go there.
Blue, no!
Crap, I lagged out. What happened?
But hey, make your choice, buddy. Or, if you need some more time, we can go to Amberwind if you like.
Yeah, I think I'll keep thinking on the wise part.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Quick. Before we do Amberwind, are you gonna do Pepper Jack at all?
Everybody can do this.
I mean, I have.
Everybody can sort of do this in their own time. If Vincent wants to, he can do this alongside us once he
Okay.
gets into the Roll20. Yeah, I'll be posting everything that people who weren't
Okay.
able to make today's session can do.
Oh.
But yeah, he could do
Okay,
it
that's
alongside if he wants.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just wondering because I'm, like I said, I'm FaceTiming him, so but
Yeah.
that's fine.
But Amberwind, how about you?
Alrighty. I've already got one pass for healer, so I'm gonna do one fail and bring healer to 1.
Yay!
You
Just
did it.
as
What's
I
your?
wish I could do that.
Oh yeah, because what's your nature?
My nature is 5.
5. So
Right?
your healer. How many times have you tested it? Oh, you're gonna start learning healer, is what you meant, I think.
Yes, it's at 0, so I'm bringing it to 1.
All right. What I actually want you to do is put it at X. Just like type in an X in there instead, and then mark a pass
It
on
will
it.
not let me put an X.
Oh, then
I already had one pass.
Then I would say,
That's weird.
oh, really?
I had
That's
one
really
pass
weird.
because I had helped before with Tilly. I'd used it
oh,
as
so you
one of
started
my
learning it.
player
Okay.
things.
So just put 2 in that case. Put 2 passes because what's your maximum nature?
Maximum would be 5 of 5.
5/5. Okay, so
I
that would
never
mean
lost
that
anything.
you have to just roll this thing or test it 5 times before you can bring it up to 2.
Dang.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because healer's at 0, so I was like, okay.
yeah, but yeah, that will be that'll be a good thing once you get it started because that's learning it.
And
This is good.
the second one for the written in yourself, I was looking at doing Haggler because I've got it at 2.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Are you going to pass or fail?
I was going to do a fail so that I could bring it up to 3.
Nice.
Jeez. How many times have you tested all this stuff? Like,
Actually,
I've done Haggler already twice.
and he passed him, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
both of them are passes.
He did. We have the evidence. So your Haggler levels up to 3. Clap, clap.
And then for
Excellent!
For the Wises, I was thinking either Predator or like cartography or map-wise, because he's been doing a lot of maps.
mhm.
There is a Predator Wise,
Why-
and Ellie has it.
Because
Map-wise-
on the list there is a Pathwise, but I don't know if that would be
Well, that would
cartography
be.
or
I was
map.
gonna say, I feel like that would be relevant to cartography.
It would be relevant to cartography, pathwise. It'd also be relevant to like,
Pathfinder,
Pathfinder.
Scout, that sort of
and
thing.
Scout, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because my Pathfinder is 4 and
But,
my cartographer is 3.
but did you really do like pathfinding checks during your missions? Like,
Yeah,
what did you
I did.
become wise in? Yeah, that's sort of what we're getting at. How did you
My
become
initial one
that?
is patrol guard wise, and each of the games that we've done, he's ended up passing and made major maps for
That's
the
actually true.
guard captains
Yeah.
and everything else.
Here's a good suggestion. Because of the regions we've been mapping, Wildlands-wise.
Ooh.
That's true. You could go
Alright.
very specific. Or you could
I can
go
do that.
very broad.
Yeah, because basically everything that he's been mapping out are things that nobody's seen before.
Exactly.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that too.
I approve.
Wildlands wise.
I like how everybody's doing like cool stuff, and I'm like, I can talk to blackbirds.
Hey, that's useful.
Hey, that
You're
was
I
able
can
to
totally
get
barter
birds to do
for-
things.
Honestly, we
children.
wouldn't have even like gotten that fox, or we wouldn't even gotten out there if it wasn't for those crows. So
I'm just imagining like Ada having like a flock of birds that she can just call to her bidding whenever she wants.
and Ellie,
The
Ellie's
rise
like
beam.
looking at her like, what the hell? Like,
Out of nowhere, Edda just goes, "Wow!"
Yes.
Oh, it must-
wow! And then like, there's just a chorus of wows coming in behind.
It's just a universal language among birds.
It's literally
A
just a flock of
bombardment
crows,
of
like,
crows just
all you-
slams into
Yeah.
whatever she's going
Yeah.
against.
and it's like wow, 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 wow.
I'm gonna have to get a.
Does that mean
A-
that
a
Edda would
soundboard.
be able to get a WoW wise?
You know what's even better? What I just thought of. If you guys have ever played Minecraft, it reminds me of the villager sounds.
Oh yes.
Huh.
So I think that's everybody except for Blue. What are you doing with your wise?
I think I just came up with an idea for a good one.
Okay.
Selfish ones. Because
Selfish.
he's good
one.
at dealing with people who are very selfish. Because he is, kind of. It's kind of where he was raised, too.
I get the feeling that would be like a trait
Okay.
rather than a wise.
That's actually, yeah, I think it actually is now that I think about it.
Which we're about to get to actually. So if you want
I'll
to
go
just
with sailing then.
you gonna go sailing?
Yep.
Okay, go on your boat, buddy. Are you inviting now? Who are you inviting? Drugda or your old flame? That don't answer that.
Don't answer that.
All the single ladies.
Oh, all of the.
Oh,
Can we have, can,
Oh my
can we have
God!
the Blaze
You've
voice?
become the rancid rich man on a boat.
oh yeah.
He's the
You just
Hugh
have to
Hefner
yacht.
of
Oh
Mouse
lord.
You've got the
If you like
yacht and
it, you should Put a
everything.
ring on it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll get the hat and the red velvet coat and be the Hugh Hefner of Mouse Man.
If you like it, then you should put the ring on.
Okay, so here's what we get to do. We're moving on to traits, and here you are able to pick a new trait, but we need to do some reflection in order to do this.
Oh lord.
Each of us has to sort of. Now, this is sort of a bit of a difficult thing because some of us hasn't been or have not been in the same session with each other. So this is hard, since we don't know how some people play the characters as often as we might think. Each player would go around the table and sort of explain what sort of trait their mouse should get. And then everybody sort of comes to an idea on, well, they acted in this way, so I feel like this really represents them as like a mouse guard. This really represents their personality and their dedication. But I'm still open for having the player make suggestions.
Okay, so we're going around to each person
Yeah.
and saying what we think their trait would be.
Yeah, with the new trait that they got after this first season in Tapper's Point. So let's start with possibly the most alarming mouse to ever exist, Tilly Antwer.
Wait, what? What is it?
That title. Hello.
So,
Rambunctious.
Rambunctious, that's a good one.
It's the first word that came to mind.
Yeah, what do you guys think of what word sort of encapsulates Tilly's first season at Tapper's Point, do you think?
I think rambunctious is good, but I was thinking something more along the lines of ambitious, maybe?
Rebellious.
Or, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the word I was looking for. Something along the lines of, like, she doesn't, like, follow the rules, pretty much.
I really like
rebellious.
ambitious, though.
She is very ambitious.
And I don't feel
but
like...
not in a traditional sense, though.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was like, eh.
I definitely feel like she has a rebel streak, but it definitely is more... It's endearing. It's not it's not like anarchy. It's more like rambunctious was a good way of putting it. Gosh, but ambitious and rambunctious is really good.
I'm looking up synonyms so I can try to. Oh yeah.
Amberwind and Blue. I don't think you have had a mission with Tilly. I think you've only like seen her here and there.
Purposeful
is what I think.
Yeah, Blue hasn't been in a mission with her. Just I've been watching them all.
Aspiring or like purposeful. I feel like she does everything with a purpose. You know what I mean? Like.
I don't know, Noodle. What do you think?
That sounds like the driven trait that's in the book.
Driven?
That's true.
Ooh.
Okay.
She was definitely driven when she ended up going forward to help Pepper. Because she went above and beyond what anybody else could have done at the time.
Yeah.
It's true. I pulled you out of the kitchen.
She appeared as though summoned from the other plane.
For cameo. That was awesome.
That was really good.
That was so great. I was like, oh my god, what is he doing?
What does this mean?
So, what was it? Driven? That was...
I do not accept your trait. I do not accept it, Benjamin.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Anyways, driven. If you want to take the driven trait, he handed me a piece of paper. It's not allowed.
What does it say?
We had an audience suggestion.
Oh,
driven is a good trait.
Wait, I didn't see it. What was the audience suggestion?
No, we're not going to read it. We're going to ignore it.
That's not fair.
I'll tell you guys off show if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
In any case, let's go ahead. Take in driven as Tilly's trait. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Ida. Who here actually had a mission with Ida?
She's my sister.
Yeah, Ami. I feel like Tilly did. Amber, did we have? I feel like we had at least one mission.
At least what?
Maybe. I can't keep track of it anymore.
I know, right? Like, there's so much.
He has, but I think that from Amber's experience so far, that she'd probably be able to go bookish or something like that. Or resourceful, because of the fact that all the books are resource.
I like
That's good.
I like it. I really like that. Yeah.
Any other suggestions?
I get the sense. I get the sense that oh gosh. I don't. Bookish is that's a good one, but either resourceful was a good start because you definitely seem to have like the right skill for the right course of action. So maybe it's like I almost want to say instinctive, but at the same time maybe knowledgeable or resourceful are the better options. Yeah.
That's what old Blue would probably say is thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
Or just a thinker.
That's not bad.
So, I mean, I think resourceful is the better of all of those. I mean,
what do you think, Abby?
Yeah.
It's true. Edda's a Ravenclaw, which is funny because I'm a Hufflepuff in real life.
Oh no.
Hufflepuffs!
Unite!
Sorry, babe. I'm a Gryffindor.
Okay, so we had bookish, we had resourceful, we had knowledgeable. I feel like you suggested one for. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Instinctive.
I kind of like either instinctive or maybe not resourceful because like in the.
I was just saying, why don't you think on it?
Well,
Yeah, I'll think on it. Go on.
We can come back.
Yeah. You want to do Ellie next?
Sure. Sure.
Let's see. Adorable.
Adorable, yes.
What would be a good word
hold on
to describe Jekyll and Hyde?
Right?
Cause that fox fight, yo.
Oh man.
That was two-sided right there.
Yeah.
I feel like there
I'm gonna
should
have Vincent weigh in on this.
Oh yes, yes. Tell if he wants to add in,
He will.
that would be very nice. But I feel like your biggest moment during this Tapper's Point was the fox fight. I feel like
Yeah.
it must have changed you.
She
So
was like, oh hell no.
maybe so. Really, we could take this in like different ways. What traits do you have right now?
So I have hold on. I have rational, fearless, and fiery.
How about
Well, dang.
ambiguous or duplicitous?
What is it?
Ambiguous or duplicitous?
Loyal, Vincent put in.
I was about. That's
that's a-
exactly what I was
Loyal.
gonna say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, Vincent. Ah.
They like loyal, Vincent.
Loyal works?
I choose
All right,
loyal.
We'll do loyal. Yeah, we'll do loyal.
Old blue.
He's like nodding and giving me the thumbs up.
Old blue. You have.
Oh god.
I love Old Blue so much.
I feel
Who
like
doesn't?
Old Blue has really taken the driver's seat sometimes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and be the first. I think Old Blue should get the leader trait, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I
Sounds
do
good.
too.
Wow. Nobody's
I
saying
second
jaded?
I was about to say I was gonna suggest Hermit for Edda because every time
Hermit?
she has to go out, she's just like,
Unimpressed?
Blue the Hermit.
Arrogant?
Tired. Because he's constantly.
Oh my god.
That's
You
so
have
true.
Old Blue has transcended his condition.
just
He has
always
now
tired.
become his condition.
Tired.
Become the condition.
Alright, Old Blue, what do you want? Do you already have old fur?
Yes, of course.
Oh my god. Do you want...
Vincent.
I
Oh,
chose
God.
to be old on
You
purpose.
chose this path.
So Vincent just asked me. He's like, "Didn't Old Blue have a girlfriend?"
Old Blue has a casual relationship with another elderly lady.
We're not gonna give it a title right now. Just, it is what it is.
It's
As well as
Lily.
acquaintance with an old weasel.
Oh god, that's.
I
Funny.
mean, love can blossom anywhere.
Mhm.
It helps if you build a whole boat for your girlfriend.
Because boats are romantic, guys.
It's not even on water. It's just
This is houseboat.
That's what's
It's a
so
houseboat.
funny.
It's a
like,
houseboat.
it's not. It's not even on water.
all right. Well,
Oh god.
all right. So I say leader trait. You
Yeah, I
guys,
really-
we're okay with
Seconded.
that. I'm okay if you pick
I-
jaded. Oh,
I approve
Axel.
of the leader trait.
I can be jaded without a trait for it, so I'll take leader.
okay.
Or
That
like
sounds
Torchbearer, you know what I mean? He's
Oh.
just Torchbearer.
I
He
think,
literally.
I think. No, I think leader is good.
Torchbearer is a very dramatic way to put it.
I know.
Torchbearer would be kind of amusing only because
I know.
the game group that I run on YouTube is Torchbearer Gaming.
Oh, yes.
That's awesome.
That's true.
Literally bearing the torch.
So there we have it, and now we have Amberwind. Amberwind, you came into Tapper's Point a
Wow.
latecomer, but you quickly did things that no other mouse would do.
Helpful.
Helpful is not a trait that you know.
I want it to be so bad.
It would helpful would be what's that word? Generous.
Okay.
There is
Or
a generous trait.
maybe forthcoming.
Forthcoming.
There's compassionate,
Empathetic,
Honest.
honest. Just like you know what it means to like just generally be a
Vincent,
good
help us
person,
out.
like good natured.
What's a good one for Amberwind?
Because we don't have many of the people.
Vaughn's
Oh wait,
character.
yeah. Vincent did go with Amberwin on a few
Yeah,
missions.
yeah. Don't worry,
Yep.
he's thinking.
I would actually almost say natural bearings.
Natural what?
Natural bearings.
Ooh.
Actually, that's a good point because of you've been your instinct is kind of built into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So instinctive, maybe?
Yeah, but natural bearings is sort of like that instinct.
Yeah.
He says
For him.
strong back.
Strong back.
Strong.
Sorry, his back is very strong. He can carry lots of weight.
I'm literally just reading what Vincent types to me, so.
Vincent, I love you so much.
Heavy lifter?
Like we're all just like, oh, he's a good mouse. He's got his heart in the right place. He has a strong back.
He's a good laborer, guys.
I don't know. What do you think, Amber?
Are any of
I
these
don't
making
know.
sense?
The one that Axel was pointing out definitely sounded about
Yeah.
right.
What was it?
Natural bearings.
Yeah, natural bearings. I think that's good.
I'm agreeing with that as well. So,
Yay.
that's all of our traits that we have chosen.
Okay.
We have to choose
Vincent, I think we're
a
done.
trait to level up.
Oh my gosh.
So, one of your traits
Okay.
can be either changed or elevated. So,
I'm pretty good.
you get to pick one of your traits, and you have to tell us why you think it deserves to be leveled up to level 2 or to be changed. So this is a moment where you look at one of your traits and say, I really don't think...
Does that include the one we just got?
No, it does not.
It doesn't.
So this is sort of your opportunity to say, I don't think my character really evokes this trait anymore. They have changed. The work with the mouse guard has changed them. Or you can say the work with the mouse guard has sort of elevated them into this level 2 status. They are more of this now.
I already have mine.
Which one is that? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
All right. What is
Fearless.
it? Fearless.
And let me
Really?
just tell you.
Now wait,
the fox fight.
you're elevating it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The fox
I thought
fight.
you meant. Okay.
No,
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I can't
That's my
really.
exclamation.
So this does elevate it, but don't forget, traits can work against you as well.
Right, no, I know.
So do you
Yeah.
think she has become a little bit too fearless?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
'Cause that's
she
not in
basically
mouse
fought
nature.
she basically fought down a fox to save her friends. Like, that could potentially have gotten her killed.
Yeah. You rode
You
on
know-
it until it got to its burrow.
Yeah. Wee.
This is why Edda worries about you.
Well,
It's not quite right.
So is everybody in agreement that her fearless will be up to level 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
yay.
By the way, you only get one shot at making your case. So you really have to take a gamble if you're going to try to say to us, elevate my trait for me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it says here you
I'm confused.
you only get one shot at making your case for elevating a trait. So there we go.
Oh, well, that was
So
my
everybody
case,
says,
right?
no, that doesn't make sense.
Now, fox fight, it's no big deal.
You know.
All right, so,
I just rode on the back of a fox, for however long, it's no big deal, It's not like I risked
So-
my life to say, It's not like we lost one of our players lost a limb. It's okay.
Ida, how about you?
I think there is one trait that I do not think she embodies, and that is skeptical. I haven't. Yes, I have not once used that
No.
trait. I just don't think it applies to my character.
So what do you want to change it to in that case?
I was thinking about maybe going along with the resourceful, maybe not innovated, innovative or inventive. I don't know if that's too like just Ellie's area of like
Friends help
creating
each
things.
Oh, Dragon Tour. Once again, I did not put the gosh darn thing. I got hosted,
What?
and it was very sweet.
Thank you, Dragon.
Thanks, Dragon. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, somebody lost a limb, dude.
Yep.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was freaking. It was freaking.
It was
not
Vincent.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's
Well, he
not here,
kind
though.
of is. He kind of is.
It kind of is. Yeah, that's true.
In spirit and in face
So,
Yeah,
what is
okay.
your trait gonna change to?
See, I was thinking either innovative or inventive. But I'm not quite sure. I might have to think about that a little bit more.
Okay.
I would say innovative more so because you like thought up ideas.
Yeah, but even then, I think it's more that I use the knowledge that I have and put it to good use. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think inventive would be a very good one though either.
Sounds like generous to me.
What?
That sounds like Nora might be like generous, using what you have to help others.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that could work.
I mean, you sort of have adventured away from your sister,
Yeah.
so you've
True.
kind of been like you've had to care for other people.
Which is
Yeah.
not okay, but I always had to deal with it.
You've been going away and almost getting yourself killed on multiple occasions. Do not start with me, little sis.
But Mom.
It's true. Nurturing, maybe?
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that one.
yeah,
I like that.
Nurturing's
I
pretty
like
good.
that.
I like it a lot.
I'm just nurturing everybody. I
Okay,
want to
Yeah,
make sure
because you
everybody's
don't-
Is
Because
that
you
the
don't
one you
have
want?
that yeah.
Because you don't have a little sister to nurture anymore.
Yankee.
Oh no, I'm still gonna nurture. I'm gonna nurture the hell out of you.
No versions. Let's move on to. Let's go to Old Blue. Let's go back to
Old
you and your
Blue.
boat. What do you think?
This one's an easy choice for multiple reasons, but mostly because I want to screw with the party even more.
Oh, of course you do.
But if you thought he was old before, it's time to go even further.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I've spent this entire campaign being hungry, thirsty, tired, getting beat up by a fox. Like, it's just not been a good time for this old man. I think it's getting to him.
He's getting what?
It's getting to him.
It's getting to him.
Getting him old.
Okay.
Sounds like you want to elevate your old fur trait.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Right. Anything else you want to say in your defense of being old?
Nobody else is old, so somebody's got to do it.
Somebody
actually-
always has to be old.
That's a good point.
Yes.
You're the
Can't be
oldest
old, that's
mouse
the
in
thing.
Tapper's Point, rivaling old Bernard, I think. Yeah.
Oh, we do
Oh,
both have
I
old
forgot about
men, so-
Bernard. Wait, so is Blue older than Bernard then?
I think so.
Oh my god.
No, he might not be. Oh god, let me check.
He's older by 5 minutes.
Gah! So what do you guys think? Does Old Blue deserve that elevation?
I say so.
He's definitely over.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has more fur that is even older.
He's so old he yells at the clouds.
He literally yells at the clouds, and the
That's
clouds
so
listen
true.
to him. It's
Right, that's
Really
so
odd.
true. The clouds literally listen to him.
It's old person magic.
old person magic. Old mouse
Old
magic.
person.
This upsets me. Please elevate your old fur to level 2.
Why does it upset you?
Because it's true.
you got Axel to laugh.
See, now I can use it not only to get against the party more than once, but for the party.
Yes.
Oh god. Lord help us all.
Mm.
Luckily, the Lord has labor. Ooh, that's
The
ooh.
Lord has labor, I like it.
Okay, Noodle, save us. What do you want to do? Change or elevate?
I would like to elevate Tilly's tough trait. Because for the entire campaign, item number 1, for the entire campaign, she has been hungry and thirsty, tired, and angry at minimum. And
Oh my god.
I think at one point she might have gotten injured for 2 seconds. But yeah, so she has been toughing out those 3 traits since episode 1. And secondly, like, she's kind of been roughing it out in the wilderness. And like, being scared by everything. Yeah, but like, also she's a country mouse, so she's kind of rough and tumble already, and so I feel like she, I feel like she's been putting herself in situations where she just kind of needs to suck it up and just keep going a lot.
Just suck it up. Woman up.
Yeah, because you're here for the long haul. What do you guys think?
Yes. Yes.
It's true.
You
And
hella
for-
scrappy.
Yeah, Scrappy, the only tender paw in Tapper's Point. Yeah, I think this is a valid approval rating. Go ahead and elevate it.
Woo.
And Amberwyn, let's go to you last.
Alrighty. Insofar as Amber,
Oh.
I think that it would probably end up being his determined trait, because he's used it for and against in every one of the 3 games that he's been in.
Nice. Okay.
It's very true.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair reason.
It
does.
Yeah. I just love how like genuinely good your mouse is. Like it makes my heart happy.
It does. No, it totally does. Like for me.
He's
too.
basically kind of designed as like the Jon Snow of Mouse Guard. Because he knows
Yes.
absolutely nothing, but
Yes.
he tries to help absolutely
Oh,
everything
You know nothing, Amberwind.
Oh, dude,
Pretty much.
I just want to say this past episode.
Oh nope, no spoilers. You don't know who is watching.
I'm not, but I'm just saying.
All right. So for now, I think I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Amberwind
Okay.
getting more determined.
Mhm.
A little too determined, perhaps.
Mhm.
In any case, we still, if you'd like, you do not have to, but Amberwind and Old Blue, you do have checks that you can make if you want. For
think I'll go
something
ahead
that
and
you
go
want to do either in Tapper's Point or for yourself.
I actually have something I want to do.
What's that?
That is taking all of the guard mice that do like patrol duty like around the town, not the ones that go out as much, the ones
Okay.
that are actually like, keeping tabs on the city, and try to teach them some weather drills.
Good.
Ooh.
That sounds like instructor.
It does indeed, which I don't have, which is kind of.
So, would you like to go ahead and try to learn it with this test?
That was the intention.
All right. So, what's your will?
It is a 4.
4. I'm going to say you have to roll 2 dice for your instructor. What are you trying to teach these kids? These inactive mice?
Well, first the first part is just signs of certain types of weather coming on the
Oh.
horizon, kind of thing.
Okay.
And then secondly, bell like certain chimes or bell things on a alarm bell for each bad type of weather. Like, if there's
Okay.
a thunderstorm coming, do this specific chime, so on and so forth.
Bang the gong.
Plus, it gives me an excuse to yell at Blaze a lot.
Predator drills. I want old Bernard to give you helping dice.
That seems fitting.
Okay. I don't know who else could give you helping dice because this is instructor. Does anybody else have instructor? Mm-mm.
Does anybody else have Weather Watcher?
I do not.
In that
The only other
case,
person who had Weather Watcher is currently in a hospital bed.
does anybody have an orator?
Amberwind does.
Do you want to help?
Amberwind will help.
Okay. Because you're doing this to a group of mice. How many dice do you have?
That puts me up to 4. and I'm going to use my Weather Watcher or Weather Watch.
What?
The trait for weather.
Yeah.
Weather sense.
This is going to be obstacle 4, I'm going to say. Do you want to use any community dice? Or any persona points of your own?
You said obstacle 4?
I did.
5 dice now, so...
Use community dice.
Use 2 community dice would be good.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
yeah, we have those.
You do have your own set of persona points, as well as... Let me see. What else do I got for you? Let me edit that.
Oh, what am I saying? Weather sense. I can use my brand new leader trait for this.
It's 2! Alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Blue knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. And from there, you are able to drill into the heads of these youngins the proper procedures of what to do when a fox comes barreling into the pine tree,
Oh, jeez.
along with what you should do in a thunderstorm. Is there any other flavor things that you want from this? Or mechanical benefits?
Flavor-wise, just lots of excuses to yell at Blaze.
Okay.
Because tormenting him is kind of Blue's hobby.
Oh, Blaze. I'm sure Blaze still like looks up to you like, oh no, oh Blue has been teaching me so much. Like I can't do the accent.
Can we
The
please
asshole
have the
you love.
accent? Please. Please, for I will love you forever.
No, jeez. Amongst the line of guards mice who are being very attentive to what you're saying, Blue, one of them his eyes just glaze over and he's somewhere else.
Oh god.
Oh, of course. And then, yeah, Blue has to like march up to him and just turns his halberd around and plants it, like bonk.
Ah! Oh, jeez, sir! Why'd you do that?
That could have been a prayer. That could have been a lightning bolt. Could have been anything, boy. Pay attention.
Oh gosh, I'd be dead if that happened.
Exactly.
Oh, poor Blaze.
And he's sort of
I
like
love Blaze
tightens his
so
little
much.
cloak, his yellow cloak around his neck a little tighter. Says, "Well, I'm sorry, sir. This is just really boring."
But won't be boring when it saves your life, boy.
Oh,
Or the lives of your friends, your family,
oh,
everybody you care about.
oh no!
Oh my god! I love this so much.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll do my best. And you hear old Bernard going, "You better. He's got a good head here in this one." And he points to you, Old Blue, and Blade goes, "Oh, I know." And he sort of just like looks between the two of you a little like
Aw.
he's not sure whether who to agree with half the time. Considering you're both like giving like instructions.
Oh yeah, and after
I'll
all
be
of
honest.
this is over, of course, Bernard and Blue are gonna have to go get some drinks together and laugh about tormenting the youngins.
Oh yes,
I have to be honest, because every single time you do that accent, I have to mute myself because I laugh so hard.
that's good. That means I'm doing well. Oh jeez, I'm sorry, Old Blue.
Yeah, just pay attention.
Well, sure.
I'd
You
rather
wanna?
regret it now than later.
You also know that he has a halberd as well.
That can come up.
But you never seen him fight with it. Because he's the doorman. He never has any reason to use it.
We'll fix that.
We'll fix that.
Even when the wild mice ran straight through the gates, he didn't end up using them.
By you
He was
fixed
lucky
that.
Blue wasn't
That's
in that
actually
section.
true. Amberwind, you saw that. He didn't even put up a fight.
I was about to say, when you say you'll fix that in terms of like him using his help, whatever, you mean that he'll like help somebody by laying it down and having them walk across a puddle or something like that, right?
Of course.
Something very Blaze-worthy. Not like a fight where he could be in danger, because that would be super sad and I would cry.
Oh my god,
Blue would
dude! I
never,
already cried
ever
once on this stream.
have something attack him that's
That.
actually harmless and make him think it's dangerous. That would never happen.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be good.
I could almost imagine Blaze going forward to do that, putting down his halberd to help somebody cross across a puddle, but it's during a flash flood, so he ends up losing the halberd as the water goes sweeping down the road.
Oh my god.
Or like he
After
gets
it, golly!
No.
either that, or he like is still holding on to it and is kind of like trying to ride it like a boat as it's going down. Like, this is not what I was expecting.
Hey, Blue, this is your time to use that boat of yours that you built.
Well, jeez, I never thought this would be so much fun. I thought flash floods were deadly.
Maybe I should have listened to Blue a little bit more.
Oh my gosh. No.
Oh god,
I will
no,
not.
never.
I'm not going to allow this.
Legitimately, like, Blue is the type of person that if he's not pestering you and being terrible to you, he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Oh.
He shows his affection by being gruff
And I'm
and
assuming that
instructing.
he doesn't like any of us because he doesn't pester any of us.
I don't know. I
He
think
has
my
to.
friends
He has to. He has to at least put up with you because you are a part of the patrol. So he has to show you some
True.
courtesy.
Very true.
But Amber Wind, is there a role you would like to make?
I think I would like to use an ability that haven't ended up having to use because most of the time we're outside. I've used it to help. I used it to help earlier today. And it relates to Amber's history. So since he's at Tapper's Point and now he has an opportunity to spend his time and do it, I would like Amber to be able to use his armorer to help to adjust the Guardmeister's armor so that if anything bad happens, they're ready.
Yes.
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 I've been waiting for you to look at your armor trait or skill.
Yes.
So armor is, I'm going to be honest, one of the best skills in the game. You want to improve armor. You want to make it so it is good, correct?
Yes.
So here's what you can
And he wants
do.
to make sure it's well-fitting and everything else so that if anything happens at Tapper's Point, people can actually make use of it instead of just going, well, I can end up getting stabbed with this. And it's
Here's-
not even fitting. It's just kind of slung over him like a sheet.
So here's what I want to happen. Do you want to make like a lot for the guardsmice of the town? Like you want them to at least have armor available to them in case there's an emergency.
Yes.
Do you want it to be heavy armor or light armor?
I was thinking light and medium. That
Portrait-
way it doesn't impede their movement heavily, but they're still able to move, but it's still protective.
So the trick with that is, unfortunately, there is not a medium armor. There's only light and heavy. Now, heavy, I believe, gives a character +2 to their. Oh gosh. It allows you to absorb a point of damage in a conflict.
Any number of times, though.
Yeah, that's any number of times.
Which would the guard captain prefer that the guards at Tapper's Point have? Which would she advise? Because she's the one in
wow.
charge of all these
Ooh.
people, so he
That's
would
a
want to
good
know what
question.
she wants.
That's true.
That's actually
Because
a
if
very
he
good
ends up giving everybody heavy armor and she wants them to be mobile, that's
Yeah.
not going to work.
To maneuver in
Right.
conflicts. Well, what if that's
I
good
would
for her?
probably go light only because it's easier to mass produce.
Yeah,
yes,
that-
yes,
yeah,
but
it's
Guard
like
Captain
easy to
Arabo was
move
all
into.
about.
And
Because
that's
after all, this is what his
fortifying.
parents taught him to do. So he's using a parental
That's how the
guidance
towns were able
anyway.
to survive, I thought. Or was it because
This is
of her
what he grew up
maneuvers?
doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have the armor-wise mouse and full plate.
Quincy would say light armor. Guard
Also,
Captain
though, with
Arabo, he
Arabelle, I
would
could
say
see
heavy.
her wanting like serious heavy armor.
I
Yeah,
need
she's
to
kinda
ask
like
a very
the
important
hardcore-
question to you, Amberwind. Who do you go to ask what would be better for Tapper's Point? Quincy, the patrol leader, or Guard Captain Arabelle?
Ooh,
It's a tough question.
yeah.
Part of me thinks that it would probably be Arabelle because of the fact that she was the one that called us here first in the first place. And Quincy is more sending people out, and Amber's big concern is the people that are here. He wants to protect everybody in this region.
Right. So, knowing that, and getting the idea that they both have different viewpoints on how Tapper's Point is going to be utilized in the coming seasons, I ask again, which one are you going to go to?
Arabelle.
Okay.
Yes.
You go to Arabelle, and upon, giving this idea to her, she requests heavy armor from you, if you're able to make it.
Amber will do what he can to try to make heavy armor for the guards of Tapper's Point.
This increases the obstacle, by the way. It is going to be, it's going to be pretty heavy. It's already immediately, I think it's 3. Plus, because you're making some for all the guards mice of the town, it is going to be, feel like, oof. Oh man. Already it's probably 6.
I was about to say, tap all of, use a lot of community points.
You can tap and use persona points, and we still have some community dice. This is going to be obstacle 6, I'm sorry.
Can we help?
Do you have armorer?
Does it have to be? It does have to be armor, doesn't it?
If you have armor or smith, you can help. There's not a lot that can help with armor. I'm dead serious. This is one of the most powerful skills in the fucking game. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Can I pop a thought?
What is that?
Amberwind has his connection with Ginger, who's a patrol guard.
Yes.
Would he be able to use information that he had heard from her previously to know what patrol guard and guards would end up needing and how they would end up properly needing it to fit? Would he be able to use his parents and his history as a positive because his parents raised him as an armorer? And insofar as Abby's character, with her being an archivist and working with the books and scrolls and everything else, she would end up being able to have the historical references of where people end up getting injured. And then Tilly would be able to help with that also, because she would be able to say where people are getting hurt.
I was about to say, I can use Lore Mouse or Archivist if you need it.
So the book says...
I have Archivist.
The book says Smith and Scientist can help.
Okay.
Ooh, yay.
Ellie can help.
Scientist.
Yay.
Yes. To make it more form-fitting and all that other stuff.
As scientist, I can help.
I don't think Archivist can help.
It's all good.
I feel like if you had a different city other than Port Sumac where you're getting your information from, maybe. But Port Sumac is not concerned about armor of that quality. Maybe if it was light armor, maybe. But because this is heavy armor... Oh, what was that?
You don't want to be wearing heavy armor on a boat.
No! So this is still Obstacle 6. You could use your patrol guard-wise, I feel like. Maybe. Because I feel like patrol guards would be experienced enough to learn that, hey, armor is pretty good against predators and whatnot when I get into a fight.
So how many dice do you have?
I right now have 7.
It's okay. Remember, you can still use persona points, and then we also have a pool of community die.
Yeah, we're running out of the community dice, but we have lots of persona points there.
I am going to use 3 of my own persona points.
Okay.
Should I use anything from the community?
Yes.
Right now I'm at 10.
You're at 10?
Ooh.
With the way the rolls have been going tonight, who knows? We had an obstacle 6 like yours that had 12 dice, and it still pretty much failed. We also had Ellie's prosthetic arm thing that she failed, and that was
the first roll of the night, though.
Yeah, that was so maybe the juju is down. We do have 4 dice in the community pool, but we also have 8 persona points. Do you want to
Okay.
tap your nature?
I will go ahead and tap my nature.
Are you going to use one of your persona points or one of the community?
I will use one of the community.
Okay.
Okay.
So the dice for the community went down a lot, but we
Oh,
still have
yeah.
lots of persona points.
That's okay.
And with the tap of nature, that's half and then rounded.
Nope, you can just add your entire nature, but it's going to go down by 1.
Okay, that's no problem.
So 5 dice plus what you had earlier,
Which was 10.
so 15.
Okay.
I need 6 successes.
All right. Amber, you got this. You're working real hard on this.
8.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy crap! You just blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
You spend the tail end of spring in this little smithy that you have set up for yourself with the approval of Guard Captain Arabelle. She, now realizing we are making a stake on this land beyond the scent border, she realizes, especially with the terrible incident with Pepperjack, realizes we need to be able to outfit our guards mice and the other mice here for battle if it comes to that. She gives you all the materials you need. She gives you the space to build this this smithy, and then you get to work. It is rough work, but I feel like you pick it up almost immediately, and before spring ends, you have a long line of glistening metal armor ready to be distributed to any mouse who wishes to take it, or if there is an emergency, an attack of some sort that they can use to defend themselves and get quickly armored up.
Suit up.
Hey, on the plus side, that means that Blaze is even more impressive now.
Hey.
Oh my
he's
goodness!
shiny.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Blaze
him-
being the guard mouse at the door would end up needing something that's going to be able to show off what the guard
Oh,
mice
that's
can
funny.
do.
yes.
He's gonna be like, this
You
is
could
So he has
He's
custom
Blaze.
fitted armor.
Can you imagine blazing heavy armor?
Oh my gosh! He has this helmet that just keeps falling over his eyes, and
Remember
I
when
feel
he
like
was trying to adjust it?
yeah, I
Blazing
think his
heavy
door
armor
partner
makes me
is
happy.
his door partner Seabury is a little bit like this makes her mad because he's now all the more confident about being the door guard while she's
I
like
love Seabury so much.
like
I can just see
she
him being like-
knows they're literally just a butler for the door.
Yeah.
Like open the door, go in, and he takes such pride in it, and she doesn't. It's just
yeah.
I love how he I could totally see him just like at the door like this, just like all like chin held high and everything. And
well, hello there, gentle mouse. Welcome to Tapper's Point. Would you care to step inside?
Oh my god.
He tries to do the thing where someone he you cannot enter Tapper's Point, and he sort of tries to cross his halberd with Seabreeze, but Seabreeze just
No.
she doesn't do it. And he goes, all right, you can go through. Bye, it was great to see you. And yeah,
Oh my gosh.
this is a dazzling display of power from Tapper's Point that you have given them, Amberwind. Well done. Well done. Mark a pass on that.
It's awesome.
And the last thing that we will do is everybody gets a nature point.
Ooh, and
Yes.
Everybody gets a
Cool.
nature point back because of taking time to recover.
yeah.
And that's really about it.
I love it.
We kind of have gone as far as we can with the spring session with our assembled mice here.
Yay.
And I believe we're going to leave it there for tonight. I'm going to post instructions for everybody who is a player in this campaign right now. This is sort of like the reward you get after being able to stick with us for so long. I'm very proud. We'll pick this up in summer next week. My goodness, there's lots to come. Beyond that, go ahead, and if you're still watching, go ahead and, get a giveaway going. Why not? Get the giveaway
I'm not in
going,
chat to
because
be
one night
a
rule. You deserve to win it because you're pretty great.
Yeah, because it's
My
bad.
But I don't have anything else to say. Do you guys have any final thoughts on the spring session and what's hopefully coming up in the Eastern Marches?
I'm excited. Because like Ellie's, blossomed, into this fearless mouse. Like, she basically almost watched one of her friends get eaten alive. So yeah,
she's blossomed into something.
yeah. But she actually went in a direction that I didn't think she would go in. My concept for Ellie was to be like really, like, how do I put it? Like, she was gonna be really timid and like really shy, and like my whole plan for her was to be like, oh, she's a scientist mouse, she's the nerd mouse, so she's gonna be, like the one that like doesn't really fit in, doesn't really, kind of like, majority is,
You know what I think changed that? I put you in a mission without your sister.
You did.
I think
that's no.
I told you I was the one keeping her safe and level-headed, and now she's going off and doing all kinds of crazy things. You're too independent and fiery for your own good. I'm just trying to protect you.
Yeah, Ellie equals mouse minx. But yeah, no, like I said, she's like blossomed into a completely different like path that I had planned her to be. Like I said from the beginning, she was supposed to be this timid little thing, always like, looking after her sister, like, what am I supposed to do now type thing. And now that the mission, like, she's off on her own, like, she had to, like, fend for herself. And, like, I think she realized the fact that, if I don't, toughen up, or if I don't get fearless or fiery, then, I'm gonna end up, like, staying, this little timid mouse, and it's not, it's not gonna work out because, in that field,
stay the timid mouse.
I've got to elevate my
Stay
trait.
the timid mouse.
Okay, but in her defense, like, she kind of had to do that because she was facing a fox at the time.
I got you.
Yeah, no.
No,
like
but
said,
But
she went in a completely different direction, but I'm happy that she did. Because
It's interesting.
It's interesting, and it's what keeps the campaign. It's just a small part of what keeps the campaign going. Like, it's the interest. People get invested in Ellie. I'm invested in Ellie.
I just love the whole community. I love all the patrols and all of the NPCs, and all of you are beautiful.
This is sort of what I wanted to sort of try out. I wanted to see if the Eastern Marches or the Western Marches style could handle the Mouse Guard formula, and I think it does it better than any D&D game can. Because you can level up your stats, you can get proficiencies in different skills and stuff in Dungeons and Dragons. You can learn new spells, but in Mouse Guard, I think it just has a bigger shift. I think it has a bigger impact on the characters because your belief, your instincts, and those skills have a lot more tension and depth that ride on them rather than just, And I think, you could make the argument that maybe a fantasy genre setting could have more interesting, maybe fantastical, I shouldn't say interesting, more like fantastical regions or characters, but I still think Mouse Guard, in its simplicity, it's really able to add dramatic power to its story and
stakes.
It's the stakes, and then it's also like it's almost like minimalism, like without all the like fantasy and the stuff. This is just kind of like the bare essentials of like an RPG system, which is
like for me, like I said, with me being an English major, like this is like right up my alley. Like for me, this is the epitome of what I studied in college, you know, and what I got my degree for. And to me, that's the best thing ever. Like, when I can put, you know, what I've studied for, what I've worked so hard for, and actually do it for fun. Like, not only so much that, you know, like I study for it, but to do it, like, to implement it for fun, not just my daily job, but for fun. Like, that's like my dream, you know. It's like I'm living my dream. Like, I've always wanted, you know, to role play and to, you know, put, you know, a story, like, to act it out, you know, to explain, to really, like, role play it out. And the fact that this game, I mean, yeah, D&D, like, you get to do that or whatever, but, like, not only does this game let you do that, but it also makes you think. And not only that, but it's like the teamwork too. You know, it's like, how can I help this person? How can I help this person? You know, how can I help this mouse with this task? You know,
I love it.
And it actually makes
That's
me
also
look
one of the things that
forward
I
to, like,
like.
work in a team. Like,
Ooh,
like,
what did you have, Amberwind? Or I call you
I was saying-
Amberwind. Gosh darn.
I don't know why I keep seeing your Amberwind. I was like, you are Amberwind.
One of the things that I really, really like about Mouse Guard is the fact that versus D&D is more of, okay, this is a one-shot. This is one adventure. You're going on it. Whatever. You come back, you're done. Mouse Guard, you're developing an entire character, but in your character, you're also developing and building their entire world.
yeah.
Every event that you do is actually shaping what's going on around you.
Oh,
Every
not
person
only-
you're interacting with, you're ending up meeting and interact and building more and more to what each of the characters is actually doing and capable of. You're
It's
not
a
building a
domino
character
effect.
just by, okay, this is going to make me stronger. It's, okay, what does your character actually doing? What has your
Yeah.
character done? You're not going, okay, I'm going to get expertise in lock picking or whatever just because of the fact that I can do this now. No,
Because
it's
you know the
my character's
consequences of
Yeah.
you for
And not
you
only
and
that-
the other players. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a domino effect too, you know, because, like, I mean, we've learned this the hard way, you know. Pepperjack lost a limb. Well, it's like, well, now,
consequences
now
are for
that he
everyone.
lost-
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Not just
now
you.
that he lost the limb, you know, like, he's got to deal with that. But not only that, but we have to deal with it too.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
slapped
you know,
off
there's-
his stats. Like, I hurt
Yeah.
both his trait.
Yeah.
He got a trait out of this. He has the one-armed trait. That
This
is
was
his
so
trait
dramatic for him.
for
Right.
for this session, kind of.
Mhm.
Right. But see, that's the thing is, like, you know, like, you can get stuff out of that, but at the same time, now it's like, oh, well, he only has one arm, so he can't do half the stuff that he do. Like, his carpentry, like, that's probably gonna take.
Oh
some hit.
no!
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to rethink the stats I slashed off of him. I might have to go
Yeah.
harsher. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
I'm also curious. So, for Noodle, since you've played this before, I find it very interesting to see how the Western style is different from different Mars Guard campaigns that you've played. Because I've only done the
Yeah, the
West March style. Like, do you think it works well?
I think it works well because we have so many, like, people who want to jump in and try this game out for the first time, and I think it's really helpful for giving a lot of people a chance to, like, get their feet wet in the system and get experience in building a character and, like, trying out different patrol combinations, like who plays well with who and whose characters get along and whose characters shouldn't be in a patrol together because they really don't gel. So I think the East Marches style is a good way to experiment within the Mouse Guard system. Really, the big difference that I've found in playing with, like, a traditional campaign style is that you have much fewer characters. You have, like, 4 or 5 maximum, and you really you stick with those characters and you develop them a lot more. But it's kind of the same as if you had a group of friends in the East Marches style who just decided to play together on Thursdays all the freaking time.
Exactly.
And, like, you see them develop it. So it's very similar. I think this leaves it open to a lot more people who want to try it out.
Which
And I think
I
that's-
also like.
Yeah, and I think that's another good thing too, is that it's so easy to learn. Like, you know, like, if people want to play, you know, D&D, and I'm not saying the Mouse Guard isn't D&D, but it's, you know, it's a completely different system, you know.
It's very newbie friendly.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about it too. Like, when I first started playing this, I was like, okay, I have no idea what to expect. Is this going to be, like, super hard like D&D was when I first started playing it? you know, now it's like, you know, it's so easy. Like I know how to roll, and I know, you know, I can use this for such and such, and I can use this for, you know, such and such.
Yeah, I think
Like, it's
explaining
so-
like traits to you guys, especially during the first session, that was the hardest thing. Now you guys are just blowing through like, oh, I want my trait elevated to this. I want to change my trait to this because
Yeah.
it's more my
It's like,
character.
oh, can I roll for this? When, like, what can I use to help? Or, you know, like, what is anybody gonna help me? Like, you know, like, we're already, like, on top of that stuff. And I think it also shows how much we, you know, we've progressed throughout the entire campaign, too. So,
So yeah, and that is another point. If
What I
you
was
want,
actually going to say,
oh,
to Amber's point, I think it's not necessarily that what he was saying is a strength of Mouse Guard, because Mouse Guard can go the very traditional adventure-y, single party doing a long thing. This is the West Marches. The West Marches let you take a group of people, sit them in a world, and build.
Mhm.
And the West Marches is good for that. No matter what system you use it in, it's very good at letting you just build a world, build the people in the world, and just interact with it. Session after session after session.
Which
Right.
is why I find it interesting with
Can't really do that.
yeah, and it's also interesting with new people who come in, because with each new character that comes in, it kind of builds on the world. So
yeah.
even if you haven't interacted with the campaign previously, there's new things that are set up from other people. I find it all very interesting, which means all of you on
Yeah.
chat need to just come on the Discord
Yes.
and join us.
and that Discord link is there. At this point, I'm ready to end my night with a delightful grin.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know what? I should go ahead and get us set up for a little raid.
Oh, man, I'm not on
Rude.
Twitch channel. 'cause
Oh,
it's
I know
closed
who we
again.
should raid.
Who's online?
We have Mr. Speedy.
It's
Splurge!
dark right now.
Mm.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Blades in the Dark.
Oh, I
He's doing
can't
Blades in the
raid,
Dark, so
Speedy.
you know
I
what
don't
we should
have
do?
this thing yet. Okay, I
We should
guess
get a
I'll go
raid
down.
for not so speed runs.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
close out Roll20 so I can do this.
It's all good. I don't think we need any more.
What we should do is go over, give him some possum posse.
I need
Because
to
Possum
copy the
Lord,
thing
Lord
you
knows he needs it in his life.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody needs some possum posse in their life.
I also like how it sounds like it's a literal gang of just possums.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Like a hardcore
I-
possum gang.
you know
I
it.
approve of
You
this.
know it. You
know
know
it really
it. Oh my gosh, sorry. Go
Whoa
ahead.
there, Kay.
It was this beautiful echo. I loved it. Look!
Did you put the
The raid link? Yeah, the raid
Yeah.
link is there. So,
Also,
yeah.
Dragon.
I don't. Oh, I just came in, so I don't. Can you post it again?
But yeah. Oh
Dragon-
gosh.
Oh, here, I'll just do it.
Oh
Sorry.
gosh. We'll help you learn how to
Is there
do
a
the thing.
Oh, I got it.
But we're gonna go,
Oops,
We're gonna
that's not what I
raid.
wanted to do.
and I do hope the rest of you have a splendid evening. We'll see
It
you
was
next
awesome.
time.
Thank you so much.
Gosh, you're welcome, guys. I'm glad you played.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. We'll see you next time on Friday. Well, Out of the Abyss. On the forefront.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye, Twitches!
Whoa!